So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nowadays, many defensive lines are coached to play the run on their way to the quarterback, and that's exactly what they did.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brandon, there's no doubt the defense has to be excited after stacking up back-to-back running plays. I still remember my old coaches saying, after you've had some success, you better be careful. They might have an answer for you. So make sure you watch your keys, play your techniques, and don't get overconfident.
Now Elway on third and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. So here we go. Elway on fourth down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. More from Minneapolis after this. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
7 yards to go on second down. Now they'll throw it with Elway. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Elway. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was thrown. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Elway. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on first down. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Michael Strahan in there to make the sack, He buries him for a loss of 10. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. That was second down run for Murray. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Rivers to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the kick goes outside the white lines. That's why the flag comes out.
Yes, and that was an error by the kicker, and it will give the offense great starting field position.
The give is to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll get 17 yards there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And now they're in the hurry-up. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 10th carry now for Elliott. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And down inside the 15 he goes. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense.
They come out here in the eye. On second down, Elway. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Here's Elway. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Stays on his feet. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Running it with a fullback Martin. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. He'll get a couple yards on that one. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. And this seemingly endless drive continues. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the shotgun, Elway. That's caught at the 1. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Condifon for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. Play clock winding down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. A first down throw here for Rivers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And it'll be 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that is incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Rivers on 4th down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. the offense here just looking to stay in bounds, complete the short passes, and put this game on ice. On third down, Elway. And he locates Walker, complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. And on display right there, the arm that made John Elway a lot of money.
And that's going to leave a mark, because when he throws it with that much force, one of the best arms the game has ever seen, one of the strongest ones, it does leave a mark. They actually called it the Elway cross, because you could see the imprint on a player after he caught one of those bullet passes.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down.
I mean, that's an example of why offensive linemen might want rearview mirrors at times, because you have your assignments to block, but if you can see what's going on in the backfield and maybe the guy carrying the ball is headed in another direction, you might change what you do up front. But if they can't see that, and he's not in sync with what they're doing up front, well, this is when you end up with plays like this. A bad one for the offense, a really good one for the defense.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a two-score game. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 58 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we got going here. They just scored the touchdown. They're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
Think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try and stop them one more time.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A pickup there of 37. And it'll give the Jags a first down. And captain comeback John Elway, Charles, he's trying to do it again here.
47 regular season comeback victories in his career. But I think the stat that really leaps out at me, 12 times he did it in the playoffs. That's winning time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing out second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They come up in an offset eye. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And, Brandon, I can't help but marvel at how calm these field goal kickers seem to be in situations like this. You know I'm shaking up here like a leaf, and I don't have to kick it.
The 49ers getting set to trot out there. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet, but you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. Won't just be a simple kneel down.
I agree totally. I looked at my time management chart. It says take a knee, victory formation. They just have one timeout left, and that should be all she wrote.
By the way, it's a good thing you can read that because nobody else can.
Not with my chicken scratch, not at all.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.
Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here. Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover? As this is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into a starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Not too much surprise to see Green Bay players in high demand. Here's a chance for another Packer to come off the board. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to them or go after someone who can help you up front? And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each. I'm not sure that this selection is going to provide a huge punch, but he's at least a guy that does have some upside.
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. On first down, Luck. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. That can be a downside of putting together a team in Draft Champions Week 1. It's early. You might have some of these mistakes.
You're exactly right, because it does take time to build chemistry, trust, right? Understanding where guys are going to be. And I think that's what led to the interception. They just don't know each other well enough yet. That should build up as the season goes on.
Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And, boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Again, Peterson. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball. And that way, you often control the game.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Here we go now. Clean up.
On 4th down, Elway. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. It'll be a gain of 4. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Adrian Peterson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Peterson alone in the backfield. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's the option going right. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, there they went blitz defensively, Charles, and things were paved well from the linebacker position.
I love the way that you described it, paved well. Oftentimes, the guy who gets home on the blitz, he's going to get all the credit. But his teammates did all the dirty work, right? They ran into people on purpose. They sometimes tugged on jerseys to hold linemen to create space and gaps. And that play finished off really, really well. Well conceived, well designed, and even better executed.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a give to Peterson running right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the 50, it's Luck. Walker with a grab, left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the 1st down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and end up making a really nice play.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. 15 yards through the air on a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They pitch it out to Peterson. And he's got room. And he cuts it right and into space. Touchdown, Packers. Adrian Peterson